Episode 6 is out, and all I can say is that I loved it. For me, it was the best episode so far because we get to see things from Raya's point of view, and we definitely needed that. The episode starts with Raya as you imagine, and we get to take a glance at her personal life. It's a week after the Rockefeller Center incident, and she's on her way to work. So far, we had no clue about her life, but now we know that she's going through a divorce and her life doesn't seem easy. What we also see is that she's struggling as a female in her career. Well, it's the 70s, so unfortunately, it's not surprising whatsoever. But she's a strong character and she won't fail us. Anyways, let's cut to the chase. A detective called Maddie pays a visit to her while she is giving a lecture about dissociative disorders, and well, this can't be a coincidence. Regarding their conversation, Raya and Maddie had a thing in the past, but that's not the reason why he goes to Raya. He's there because of Danny. And that kids is how Danny met his interrogator. We see that Maddie thinks Danny is a psychopath and he killed Ariana and Yitzhak. On the other hand, Raya decides to talk with him to see if Maddie's right. What we see, my friends, is a person who has multiple personalities. The way he looks, sits, talks is not Danny we've been seeing. At first, I couldn't figure it out, like which personality is talking to Raya, but then he let himself out of these handcuffs, and it occurred to me that it's Johnny himself. You remember how he showed Danny some magic tricks earlier, right? Raya gets startled for sure, and she leaves. When she goes back to her house, her mom says that Ezra talked to his father, and she gets really annoyed. She can still sit and have dinner with Greg, meaning her ex-husband, so what I believe is that nothing huge has happened, and they had their disagreements in their marriage. After that, we see she tries to find a solid proof for her research proposal, and Danny is the perfect opportunity for her to gain her place at the faculty. But I believe she has to change the topic since it was all about bulimia nervosa. To get more info about Danny, she goes to the boarding house. We already watched those scenes earlier and knew she found Danny's sketchbook. What we missed is the timeline. I thought she went to the place after a few visits to Danny, but apparently she went there way before. After searching the house, she meets Candy, Danny's mom. Can we stop for a minute and appreciate Emmy Rossum? I remember watching and loving her from Shameless, and I really love getting to see her in another show. Anyways, I'll stop fangirling over Emmy and continue with the show. We see Raya asking about Danny's twin, and yes, he was real. I really convinced myself that Adam wasn't real, so I'm just shocked to learn he actually was. Thanks to Candy, we learned that Danny was a sensitive kid even before Adam, and he had a huge imagination. We know it, Candy. We know it. Raya asks her if something bad happened to Danny when he was a kid, and she doesn't give a proper answer. I think she knows what her husband did to him, and she's in denial combined with remorse. After their little chat, we see Raya inviting Maddie over to talk about Danny, and she believes Jack is Danny's split personality. Also, we learn that while talking to Maddie, he had a British accent from time to time. Another proof that Jack is not real. I may have mistaken that Adam's not real, but at least I was right about Jack and Johnny. Well, yes, I wasn't sure about Jack being another personality of Danny, but I had my doubts, okay? Raya desperately wants to help Danny, so she pays a visit to his lawyer, and he doesn't seem like he wants to help, but she's good at convincing people, isn't she? Anyways, she seals the deal and goes to see Danny. Now we see another personality of his. He's definitely calmer, more confident, and last but not least, he has a British accent, so this must be Jack. We see that Jack is aware of the situation, and he says Danny's here even though he's sleeping right now. He believes it's not something psychological, but instead it's related to quantum. So he believes he's real. Moreover, he thinks he's Danny's guardian angel, just like others. So we don't know how many personalities he has, but we'll learn it soon enough. Raya tries to assure him that she has no intention to hurt Danny, and he finally lets her talk to him. At this point, all I can say is that seeing Tom Holland shifting into another character was amazing to watch. He's Danny now, and he seems confused and vulnerable. After that, we see how they moved their relationship forward in time. And then she asks him to tell more about Adam. Understandably, he doesn't want to talk about that, but since Raya has predictions about the incident, she helps him to tell more. Then we see Raya crying because of what she heard. At this point, I can't keep my tears in place. I'm sorry. We still don't know what exactly happened to Adam, and by saying that, I mean how he died. But I feel like it's getting closer, and we need to prepare our napkins. Overall, I loved watching Raya's life for a change. Danny's narration was highly unreliable, and now we see what really happened during their meetings. Seeing Tom Holland shifting into different personalities is definitely worth watching, and I believe we'll see that more often in the future. I still do believe Ariana and Yitzhak are Danny's personalities, so I expect Tom Holland to portray their characters as well. Honestly, he did a great job portraying Johnny and Jack, and now my expectations are even higher. Moreover, I want to say that now I understand why he had a burnout and decided to take a year off. This role is definitely challenging, and he needs a break for sure. That's all for now. What do you think will happen next? Will Raya finally tell the truth to Danny? Will he have a breakdown? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button and share it with your friends. You can also subscribe to my channel for more videos like this. Thanks for watching. See you soon.